I think I think Marvel might be back, guys. This has been one of the best Marvel movies since Avengers Endgame. Let's talk about it. All right, hi guys. So this is the interesting tidbit, and I'm your host Darsdam, and we're going to talk about the latest Marvel movie, Thunderbolts. And here is the trailer.
Lena means hero. There is no higher calling. Your sister understood something about that.
No one can. But we can find a way. Together.
Again, holy shit. I'm so glad I did not watch the trailers because let me tell you, that was so much going towards Thunderbolt. My expectations were very low. Just to come in and just really be kind of like, wow, I think Marvel is back. The Thunderbolts is a group of delinquents in the Marvel universe that kind of lost their purpose. They've kind of in a crossroads, so to speak, and somehow find themselves asking the same questions, end up basically in a predicament where they just kind of have to help each other and realize that maybe there is more than just going around and taking orders. Maybe there is a higher calling of sorts, and what do you do with that? I personally, not necessarily burned out of superhero movies. I don't think I'll ever be necessarily tired of superhero movies, but after a while, I think when it comes to the formula, however, I feel like that can get a bit tiresome of seeing the same kind of pattern. Like we've seen this type of movie before. You know, we've seen this theme of the delinquents that band together and make like this weird team of heroes or anti-villains or whatever you want to call them that somehow happen to just save the day. But I felt like the way they went about it felt fresh to me, and that is very surprising because there's so many different factors that can make a movie really stands out. And I feel like a lot of the time the writing tend to be very safe and a bit lazy sometimes, good or bad. You want to be able to relate to these characters and understand where they're coming from for you to really fully give a shit about what they're trying to accomplish. The performance in this movie, oh my god, amazing. Marvel's really good at picking very strong actors for their cast, and honestly, just seeing them come together in a movie, especially the type of characters that they have in this movie are like characters that they don't normally cross paths. To see the actors play together and the chemistry that they have, oh my god, it was really fun watching them really just have their own banters, their dislikes, the little jabs here and there at each other. Like those things are really great in the movie. I thought it adds so much into the dynamic. Florence Pugh, oh my god, she was amazing in this movie. And let me tell you, like, I know people are going to want to compare her to Black Widow, and honestly, she knocked out the fucking park. It was really amazing watching her. She really owned the scene. Sebastian Stan as Bucky, I love him. I again, oh my god, I kind of annoyed with the marketing sometimes because the marketing honestly just spoiled a lot of like the big cool scenes in the movie. And I understand why they do it, but I just felt like a lot of the scenes that Bucky really stands out was kind of spoiled in the trailer, in my opinion. David Harbour as Red Guardian, oh my god, he was hilarious. He's charming as ever. He really owned his own. I mean, his acting, I mean, the guy can act. Wyatt Russell is amazing. He was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier as the U.S. agent, or like the bootleg Captain America. And honestly, he was really fun in this movie as well. You know, like he owned his own, and characters just like Ghost and the Taskmaster has made their appearance again. Thought their scenes were really cool, but I feel like there's so much more stuff that could be added to a certain extent with certain characters. It's a big cast, right? They can't have everybody getting like their whole deep story being shown There are smaller characters that I felt like they added what was needed. Louis Pullman. Oh my God. I love his character. Can I tell you? I don't know this guy. I've never seen any of the movies he's been in, but let me tell you, this guy from the first scene he came in, I was just laughing. He was just so charming and sweet. And the chemistry he has with the whole cast was like, oh my God, it was perfect. I love it. I feel like this is also one of Marvel's more mature movies, and I really like that. One of the surprising things to me is just how much more emotionally charged this movie is. It's so much more grounded in giving characters moments and having conversations and dealing with deeper subjects. There are really cool action scenes in this movie, but that is not the main focus of this movie. And I felt like I was okay with that. They had really cool scenes. Don't get me wrong. There are really cool scenes in there, but I mean, would I say that they're like some of the best scenes I've seen in terms of action? I mean, yes and no. The shots and everything were really amazing, but it wasn't the highlight of the movie. The highlight of the movie for me was just the acting. Was the acting and the characters interacting. I was also very surprised about the music score in this movie. Like normally Marvel doesn't really have a music score per se that I can say I truly love. I mean, sure, there's a few that we as fans really enjoy, in this movie, I really took notice of it. Let's talk about the weakness in this movie, and I would say definitely there is some kind of pacing issues with a few of the scenes and certain characters like Ghost and the Taskmaster that was in there, and I felt like they didn't really do anything with them. There are certain times when I felt like maybe the political side could be a bit much or like over the top. But again, I understand why it was needed because again, these are all characters that were government experiments, you know. So there's not really a way how to get around that. Another issue is that there isn't necessarily a big bad villain in this movie. There's like antagonists. They're like antagonists, they're like chess pieces, you know, in place and stuff like that. But there isn't necessarily a big bad villain. There's one scene in there that's like really cool, and I think a lot of fans would really love that scene. Overall, I would say that Thunderbolts isn't like the best Marvel movie after Endgame, but it is definitely one of my favorites. And it's also the most human, I would say. And I felt like that was needed, especially given that all of the characters that's in this ensemble are basically humans. So they're humans. And honestly, if they weren't going to go that route, I don't think it would have worked the way it worked, in my opinion. I thought this was really needed. Overall, I think Thunderbolts was a great movie. Honestly, I'll watch it again. I honestly would say I give it 4 dabs out of 5 dabs. Yay! But honestly, if you have not seen it, I really recommend this movie. And yeah, it's not a perfect movie. If there's certain characters that you're looking forward to seeing here, you might be a bit disappointed. If this is a path that Marvel is going to go down, I'm here for it. Like I'm here. Like I'm listening, Marvel. Like I'm watching. Okay, like you got my attention again, and if you can continue down this route, like honestly, I think I'll really enjoy Phase 5. Do you think Marvel is back with the Thunderbolts? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. You can follow, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can know when I post something and let me know. Okay, bye guys. Also, if you want to see the complete version of my Thunderbolts fan art, please check out my Coffee or my Patreon. I'll be posting it there. Thank you so much again. Laters.